Hello everyone, Boris here from Madness, and I've got our team member Eric here.
Hey.
We started doing a little series called My Madness, and the first little intro we did was with Eric here. Eric is a team member here at Madness, and recently he bought an ABARTH. Hope if you get a chance, tune in and take a look at a video that we have uploaded on YouTube that is kind of the introduction to part one to you purchasing your car. What this is our part two. Over the weekend, in part one we did a little introduction with you purchasing your car, going out for a drive, experiencing and doing all that.
Yeah, we did.
And actually we've gotten great feedback for it from that video, so thank you everyone. And now what we've decided to do is break down and do a series of little short videos of you selecting a mod you want to put on your car, doing your best to install yourself, using our shop maybe in the time that it's closed, getting some assistance from our guys if needed, but mostly doing the installation yourself so you can assist other folks over the phone, and then going out, taking your car out in the canyons or doing a little autocross and really trying the part out and giving a little feedback, right?
Exactly.
So this is that second video. So over the weekend, you borrowed the shop here.
Yep.
Came in here on your day off.
Thank you.
And hey, thank you. And what was the first item that you chose to install in your ABARTH?
I picked out a torsion bar because I wanted a mod that was going to make a noticeable difference with the handling characteristics of the vehicle without really touching the ride quality. Because as it sits right now, I still have to determine what I want to do with respect to that.
So, which bar did you choose?
I picked the Madness 28mm bar. It's the red track bar that we have up on the site.
So now what we're going to do is maybe cut away to the little video you shot of you being in the shop, installing the bar. I seen on the little video had a little hiccup.
Yeah.
And it's great that you kept that in because it really shows folks what to look for and how to resolve it. And then also taking the car out for a drive.
Oh yeah.
All right. So let's cut back to that video. You guys enjoy the video. Then we'll cut back here and do a little quick wrap up and talk about the next thing, right?
You got it.
All right, perfect. Let's cut.
Hey, I'm Eric McKenzie with Madness Autoworks. Today I'm going to install a torsion bar. Let's go. These are the tools that we're going to use today. I've got a 17mm socket, a 21mm socket, a pry bar, I have a Autoworks E18 wrench, I've got a plastic body tool to pop off the center caps, I have a 1/2-inch impact gun, and I've got a hammer. Alright, so step one is either racket or jacket. We all know the jack points on these cars. We've got our car up in the air. Step two, remove your wheels, specifically the back ones. Use a flathead screwdriver. I personally prefer nylon body tools because they don't scratch any of the paint on your center caps. And then your factory bolts right here are going to be 17mm. So you use torque wrench. I have a shop, so I'm going to use an impact gun. So now we're going to get the car further in the air to attack these little bolts right here. Okay, so this is the torsion bar that we're going to swap out today, and it's held in place by two of these 21mm bolts. As you can see, there's definitely some rust on them, meaning that we're going to have to work extra hard to get these guys out. So either bring a pry bar and use a lot of leverage, or have access to impact guns. So this is your factory torsion bar. It's about 22mm thick. And it does a pretty good job for what it's supposed to do in stock form. But as you can see, our Madness bar is significantly thicker. I mean, it's no contest. A 28mm bar versus this 22 right here. Basically, if you like taking turns and you like taking turns hard, you need a bar like this to keep you planted. In order to get the new bar in, we have to create a little bit more space, and that means removing this little bracket right here, which is held in by an E18 Torx screw. So if we'll take a look at that, and as you'll notice, there's a lot of blue stuff on the inside. That is thread locker, or Loctite, meaning that the bolts that are in here are going to be very securely fastened. So this isn't one of those scenarios where you want to be like kind of whacking the wrench. You just want to apply enough gentle, even pressure. All right, so now I've got to fit this guy onto one of these ends right here, and then fit the other side onto the actual, well, that other end right there. So in order to do that, rule number one, measure twice, cut once, because the last thing you want to find yourself in is having to pull this guy back out because you put it on the wrong way. So, right, so next step is repeat the process on this opposite end. So the new bar's in. We just got done retorquing these bolts. The official torque specs are 130 on your torque wrench. Realistically though, it's as hard as you can possibly tighten these things up. And we're good. Now that we installed the torsion bar, let's take it for a test drive. So, initial reactions. The car feels a lot more stable at highway speeds, and that is a really, really big positive of a torsion bar. It helps keep the car stable, planted, which means safe and secure for you. There's a reason why I chose this to be the very first thing I do over lowering springs, over any sort of engine mods. I thought this was a fun car from the day I got it, and just one single modification, a torsion bar, has made a really, really unexpected positive difference. This is a must-do mod for anyone who likes driving hard, simply because it literally enables you to do more with the car. I mean, I'm throwing this car through corners right now, and it feels amazing. I'm able to kind of dive bomb into turns a little bit harder with a lot more confidence because I know that my back wheels are kind of stepping out as one solid unit. Having the back wheels working together as one single unit allows me to kind of more accurately predict what the back end on this thing is going to do, how it's going to react when I'm coming in hot. All right, easy there, Tiger. Seriously, it's inexpensive, it's not difficult to install, and you kind of need one on your car. Like, seriously. Mackenzie and Manus Autoworks, signing out.
All right, we're back from the video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I certainly did. Nice job. Nice job. Sounds like you had a good time.
Yeah,
so, a brief little recap. We did a little intro. We showed the folks what you did over the weekend, what the results were. A brief little recap about the mod.
So, I mean, as you guys could tell, it was an absolute blast. If there's one thing that I might note, I was definitely going harder than I think a lot of people might go in that video. And one thing that I did notice towards the end of the day was I was kind of hearing this metal shearing, kind of metal sort of popping or snapping kind of sound. When I took it back in here to get a follow-up, just check up on it, I realized that one of the bolts that I thought I'd torqued down with the impact had kind of worked itself loose a little bit. So I'd recommend going through and really torquing those things down.
Okay, and a good idea also, look, if you're going to track your car, afterwards go through the suspension, change out the fluids, all those things. You have some plans for this weekend for the next stage, right? So we're not going to talk about it here. What we're going to do is hand you a camera, have you film the experience, then we'll meet back here after the weekend, do a little follow-up video, and then try to edit that real quick and push that out as well so we can get a nice series going. And meanwhile, if they have a question about a torsion bar or anything else,
I'm the man.
You're the man, and your name is?
My name is Eric McKenzie with
And
Madness Autoworks.
Eric, how do they get a hold of you?
562-981-6800, extension 104.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, guys. Stay tuned for our next one.
Cheers.